Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into one of the most talked about geopolitical and economic blocs in the world, BRICS. What started as a simple acronym for 5 major emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has evolved into a formidable force challenging the traditional global order. In this video, we'll break down their collective economic power, analyze their internal dynamics, and explore the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. By the end, you'll have a complete picture of what BRICS is and why it matters. Let's start with the numbers. The sheer scale of the BRICS economies is staggering. Collectively, they represent over 40% of the world's population and a massive share of global GDP. But here's the key. When you look at GDP based on purchasing power parity, or PPP, the BRICS bloc has already surpassed the G7, a group that includes economic giants like the US and Germany. Now, let's look at each nation's economic engine. China is the world's second largest economy, driven by manufacturing and services. It's the undisputed economic leader of the group. India is a services-driven powerhouse, particularly in technology and IT, with its services sector accounting for over half of its GDP. Brazil and Russia are heavily reliant on commodities. Brazil's economy is a mix of agriculture and industry, while Russia's is dominated by its vast energy and natural resource exports. South Africa has a more diversified economy, with a strong financial sector and rich mineral resources. These different strengths mean the bloc is not a single economic entity, but a collection of distinct, powerful engines. The glue that holds BRICS together is their growing economic cooperation. Intra-BRICS trade reached an impressive $614.8 billion in 2022, a substantial increase in recent years. While this is a significant number, it's crucial to understand that a large portion of this trade is bilateral, with China often being the primary partner. This reliance on a single member is a key dynamic within the bloc. But BRICS isn't just about trade. It's about building a new financial architecture. This is where their two major institutions come in, the NDB and the CRA. The New Development Bank. Often seen as an alternative to the World Bank, the NDB was established to fund infrastructure and sustainable development projects. It has already approved billions in loans for projects ranging from clean energy in India to urban development in Brazil. The Contingent Reserve Arrangement. This is essentially a financial safety net. It serves as a liquidity fund to help member countries during balance of payments crises, acting as a direct counterbalance to the International Monetary Fund. These institutions are central to the BRICS' ambition to create a multipolar world and reduce their dependence on Western-led financial systems. Let's put the BRICS bloc into perspective by comparing it to the G7. For decades, the G7 nations, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the UK, and the US, have been the world's economic leaders. While the G7 still holds a larger share of global GDP in nominal terms, BRICS has surpassed them in PPP. This is a critical distinction and a sign of a rebalancing of global economic power. Furthermore, the BRICS nations have, on average, lower government debt levels compared to the G7. This isn't a battle, but a clear shift. The BRICS nations, with their massive populations and growing economies, are increasingly influencing global trade and economic policy. While their potential is undeniable, BRICS is not without its challenges. The bloc is a mix of democracies, authoritarian states, and different economic models. This leads to internal rivalries and a lack of unified political vision. Many BRICS nations face significant issues like political instability, especially in places like South Africa, and high levels of income inequality. This can threaten social cohesion and long-term economic stability. Critics argue that the bloc lacks the institutional depth and political alignment to truly rival the G7. They see it as a loose association of convenience rather than a cohesive alliance. Despite these issues, the future of BRICS is expanding. The recent inclusion of new members, like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, and the UAE, signals a major shift. This expansion, dubbed BRICS Plus, adds significant economic weight and geopolitical influence, but it also introduces new complexities and potential conflicts. The ongoing talk of de-dollarization and a potential new BRICS currency, while facing skepticism, highlights the group's ambition to rewrite the rules of the global financial system. The BRICS Bloc is a complex and fascinating economic experiment. It's a group defined by its ambition, economic might, and internal contradictions. While it may not replace the G7 anytime soon, its growing influence, trade, and institutions make it a key player in shaping the global economy of the 21st century. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Macro Decoded for more content.